We cannot afford to be so politically correct anymore. We will honor the American people with the truth and nothing else.
So the election is finally almost over. It's a choice between continued decline and decadence and the apocalypse. I'm for continued decline and decadence, so I'm with her, I guess. But that's not what I want to talk about today. Today I want to talk about all of the time we have wasted. A presidency is 4 years long. The campaign gets longer every cycle. It's now comfortably over 2 years long. My first anti-Clinton video was produced in July of 2014. The first of my many, many anti-Republican and endless anti-Trump videos was produced in the spring of 2015. The rest of the media isn't any better. For 2 full years, the race for the office of the presidency is the main preoccupation of U.S. political life. Think about that for a second. That's 2 years out of every 4 years. That means we spend half of our political lives obsessing over a single office. This is insane. Our solutions and problems can be found in thousands of elected and unelected offices at the federal, state, and local level. The head of the government is actually much less important in the United States than she is in most representative democracies. But we still spend half of our political lives ignoring everything else and focusing on this one office. The lack of attention that we pay to anything else means that the rest of the country is poorer run and is much, much more likely to be corrupt. That's nuts. I'd like to be part of the solution rather than being part of the problem, so today I'd like to make a pledge. I don't know if this channel will still exist in 2020, but if it does, we will not be covering the 2020 U.S. election until 2020. This means we won't be paying any attention to candidacies declared in 2018 or 2019. We won't be paying any attention to Republican or Democratic primaries that take place in 2019. None of it. We're just not going to bother. The formal process of electing a president doesn't start until the primary season in February of 2020. There's no reason to start paying attention to any of this stuff before January. A month and a half to 2 months is plenty of time to learn about everyone who's interested in being president. I hope more outlets join me in this pledge. We've got a very complicated country here. We can't afford to waste this much time focusing on a single office. Honestly, a 10-month campaign is still too long, but it would be a lot better than what we have now. So let's just not talk about the 2020 U.S. presidential election until 2020. It's pretty simple. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. And I'd like to briefly chat about the future of this channel. For the past couple months, I've been running sort of a fundraising push. The hope was that by today, I'd be able to get the support for this channel to, almost to the point where I'm making U.S. minimum wage. I have failed to do that. So what I have to do now is find a job. I've started that search, and I'm going to be stepping it up over the next couple weeks and months. I'm going to continue to make videos every Tuesday as long as I can, but as soon as I get a job, this channel's going to go from weekly to, well, probably annually production. And I don't want that. I hope a lot of you would like to see me more often than that. And there's really only one way to do that, and that would be chipping in to my Patreon page. It's a crowdfunding page. It's sort of like a Kickstarter, except it's ongoing. People chip in $1 or $2 for each video that I do. The folks who have stepped up and done that are the only reason I've been able to do this for as long as I have. But if I'm going to be able to justify continuing to do this, that level has to get higher. I'd really like to hit that $250 a video mark that I set out all those months ago. But anyway, I'm tremendously grateful that anybody watches me do this stuff, and I'd like to do it longer, but even if not, I'm very grateful. Thanks so much, and thanks for watching, and I'll probably see you next Tuesday. Thanks.